Good morning everyone and welcome to MotoRevvs. So are you one of those guys who's really confused about which car to buy? What are the things that I need to look forward to when I'm going to buy a car? Well, fret no more because we guys are here to make things simple for you. In today's video, we are going to be talking about the top 10 things about the new Baleno. Well, Baleno was launched in 2015 from the Nexa stable and it was an instant success right from the word go. And after owning this car for almost over a year now, I know what a delight it is to have this car. So some of the things that I'm going to be talking about is going to make you feel good about whether should I go for this car or should I drop this car, or if you are looking at a car in this particular segment, should you really opt for it or not? So let me help you get back on track and think about this one. So number one, it's the engine. Well, we all are very aware of the engines that Suzuki makes. Well, rather Suzuki gets for the Indian market. We all know that this engine is not by Suzuki, but still the kind of engines that they get for the Indian market are world class. They are aptly made for the Indian road conditions, the Indian weather conditions, the Indian traffic conditions, and this car comes with the same set of engines, the 1.2 liter K series engine as well as the 1.3 liter DDIS diesel motor. Well, the engine that I'm currently running on is a 1.2 liter petrol engine, and this engine makes roughly around 83 horses of power and around 115 Newton meters of torque. Well, it may not seem too much on the paper, but with the curb weight that this car has, with the new structural rigidity of the chassis that Suzuki is hell-bent upon getting lighter cars in Indian markets and as well as abroad, this car is an absolute delight to drive. The engine is full of power, the engine is alive in every single gear, and even on the lower gears you have adequate amount of torque, so it's very easy to amble around in traffic conditions. And also on the highway, when you're trying to cruise or coast along, the triple digit speeds are easy to attain. So yes, it makes for a very good cruiser on the highway as well as a fantastic car inside the city. And one particular thing that I really like about this engine is that nice, smooth, sporty note that comes along with it. Well, it does put a smile on your face every single time when you're actually trying to hit the red line, and you're definitely going to make some heads turn. And I think it's personally one of the best sporty sounding cars that currently is being manufactured by Suzuki, and an aftermarket kit could just do wonders. So yes, engine, the mileage is good. I'm getting close to around 14 to 14 and a half in everyday Bangalore traffic conditions, along with AC running full time. And on the highways, the last time that I checked, I clocked almost around 20 kilometers to a liter. So those are fantastic figures. It's going to be easy on your pocket. It does save a lot of fuel, and if you guys are looking for a car for a day-to-day city condition driving, trust me, this car is going to be very easy on your pocket. Coming to the point 2, the safety. Well, we all know that Nexa has standardized some of the basic safety features across all the variants coming out of their showrooms, and this car is no different. Right from the lower model, that is the Sigma, up till the top model, that is the Alpha, we have ABS, the airbags as well as the EBD standard across all variants, and that's a big step ahead from the Suzuki side, and I would give them a big thumbs up for keeping safety as an important critical factor in mind for the Indian market, which we know that a lot of car makers try to just dodge around to save on the costs and give products which are price competitive, but Suzuki has got the game bang on right, and the kind of safety features this car is loaded with, it's fantastic, it's good, it's practical to have these features in today's driving conditions when the roads are getting better and better, and when you're attaining those high speeds on regular intervals. We all know that these basic safety features was always going to come in handy during one of those unfortunate events. And so if you are the kind of guy who is actually looking forward for some good safety features and also has a tight budget in mind, you have this car right there in the price range which you want without compromising in the safety. So a big thumbs up again for the safety features. Coming to point 3, I'm going to be talking about the comfort in this car. Well, I'm a 6'3" guy, and I've genuinely had a lot of problem in the Indian hatchbacks that I've driven before, and this car came as an utter surprise because the seats are really well cushioned. It has fantastic under thigh support for the driver. It's got very good side support. The padding is very nice and adequate. So even during those corners where you're going across along with a good speed, the driver doesn't get thrown off the seats. So that's again a big plus point. It's got very good cushioning. It's very comfortable for the roads, and even during those potholes, you're not gonna feel any sort of a jerk on your back. So it's, yes, well padded, and even for those long highway journeys, you will not have a problem. The seats are very, very comfortable, and you can just go on driving without having to feel any sort of uneasiness with the seats that are on offer for you. So according to me, the comfort wise, the car scores good brownie points, and it is definitely going to be a feature in the long run that you guys will be looking forward to when you are hitting those long road journeys and having some good time with your family. The comfort is good, your focus is on road, you will enjoy your driving, and the trip that you're going to be going on is going to be a memorable one. So good one. Coming to point 4, well, now this one is a shocker. None of the hatchbacks before this car came in from the Suzuki had such amazing legroom. Well, yes, that's putting a smile on my face because I have always had the problem with my family sitting in the back seat and me having to adjust the seat according to the driver's right position. They always complain that they are lacking space for the legs behind me, and you know, it kind of ruins the entire mood of a small journey that you guys are taking with your family. Well, this car comes as a surprise because the legroom that is on offer is insane. As I told you earlier about my height, with the kind of seat adjustment that I'm currently sitting in, a 6-foot guy can easily squeeze in behind me and still have those few small inches left between his knees as well as the seats. So legroom, I'm going to give full marks for this car. It's a surprise that Suzuki can make such a fantastic roomy cabin with the sub 4 meter category, and being a Suzuki user in the past, for me at least, this happens to be one of the key highlights of this car. So a thumbs up for the leg space that is on offer. You're gonna you know, sit and enjoy the journeys that you're going to have with at least 5 people, and they're not going to have any issues with the legroom that is on offer in this particular segment. Number 5. Well, let's talk about the features. Well, Baleno, the one that I'm driving, is a top variant, that is the Alpha variant, and this car comes loaded and loaded with features. Today it's become a very, very important thing for any car manufacturer to get all the cars feature loaded, because any normal urban buyer or a rural buyer for that matter who's paying this kind of money is having some sort of an expectation that the car is going to provide me with so and so amount of features. Well, this car is no exception, and there are certain areas where this car has set a benchmark, which I'll be telling you. Now, some of the features that I'm going to be talking about, one is going to be the push start button. It's a very handy feature, comes only in the top end variant. So apart from this, you have the keyless entry, you have the electronically adjustable rear view mirrors, you have a fantastic automatic climate control unit, and let me tell you, this car makes cooling very, very easy. Even on those hot days, the car cools very quickly and the temperatures are adequate. You're always going to be comfortable inside the car. And apart from this, it's got a fantastic driver information system. Now, there are a lot of small, nice touches inside this driver information system. Apart from giving you the mileage or the fuel consumption, or also the range that is going to take you with the fuel that you have in your tank, It is also going to be telling you about the power and the torque that is being generated in the engine at a particular gear when you're revving the car. And I know it's not something major, but it's a small touch, and when you look at it, it actually feels nice to know, okay, when at what particular RPM your entire power is maxed out or entire torque is maxed out. So it is something very nice. There is a lot of storage areas inside the cabin. It's got a USB charger at the rear, so in case you're having those phones, you're one of those guys who uses their phones a lot and running out of juice quickly, can easily charge the phone in the rear, as well as one charger in the front. It's got a fantastic infotainment system I would be talking about in the next segment of this video. As I told you about the benchmarking, well, the reason I'm saying so is, before this car, we all know that Hyundai was one of those companies which had this sort of a benchmark when it came to the features. Well, after the Baleno was launched, we all know that the Elite i20 had to undergo certain changes immediately to match up with its competition. They had to come up with the touchscreen infotainment system, as well as the projector headlamps, along with the LED DRLs. So we all know that the Indian car buyer is looking at features. Baleno does not fail to impress you at that one. And since I told you that there are few other car makers which had to change their game and get some of the features into their car right after Baleno was launched, so we all can understand that yes, these features have set a benchmark already in this particular segment. So Suzuki is bang on with this one. Number 6, the infotainment system of this car. Well, the infotainment system, which was earlier seen in the Ciaz, has been carried forward to the S-Cross, and Baleno gets the same unit. It's a 7-inch touchscreen system and comes with sat-nav navigation. It also comes with your Bluetooth connectivity with various media support such as the USB as well as aux. It also got the Apple CarPlay system. Now what the Apple CarPlay system does is, when you connect your phone, your Apple iPhone, with this unit, it pairs up as another screen, and you can use the screen as you're using your phone. So this is one of the cool features that has been added on, and a lot of car makers have started adding this feature into their units. So yes, the infotainment system is very simple to use, very easy to operate, very intuitive. It's got a very simplified layout, and with just one button, one tap, you're gonna get all the things that you require. And even when you're driving, you just need to take your eyes off for a moment. The touch is very, very accurate. So when you're going to touch the button, it's going to respond. You don't have to fiddle around too much. So it's actually very easy to use, and it does a job for you. Number 7, I'm going to be talking about the boot space of this car. Well, the boot space of this car is roughly around 330 liters, and believe me, it's one of the best boot spaces on offer in this particular category. And I think Honda Jazz does a little bit better than this. But yes, the entire boot space is flat. You got no sorts of penetrations from the dampers behind, and it's a very flat bed. And just 2 days back, I had to drop my parents to the airport, and I managed to squeeze in 5 medium-sized bags, which came as a surprise if you ask me. But it does a job for you, and especially for those weekends where you are going out with your family, or you have to go plan a trip with your family. The bags have the adequate space behind in the boot. It's not going to eat away into your cabin area, so you all can travel comfortably and peacefully. So this boot space of this car is one more good feature and one more good thing that you should look out for if you're one of those guys who constantly keeps planning trips with your family every now and then. Number 8 is going to be ground clearance. This car has around 170 millimeters of ground clearance. So what this tells you is it easily glides over all those unscientifically laid out bumps in your city or your town with no hassles or no tension at all. I highly doubt I've ever scraped the chassis below, and what this tells you is that it protects all the components which is under the car, as well as your chassis. So if you're living in one of those areas where there are a lot of potholes or your bumps, and you cannot afford a full-fledged SUV, this car is adequate enough to do the trick for you. So this is one more thing that you need to look out for if you're going to buy a car in this particular segment and the price bracket. The next thing that I'm going to be talking about is the styling. Well, Baleno, especially the top spec variant, looks delightful. Especially from the side profile, this car looks fantastic. Well, I know there have been instances where I've been driving, and especially in the color that I'm currently driving, the fiery red color, this car looks like an absolute stunner. It's definitely going to make heads turn. Now that's a wonderful feeling when you're having a nice car with especially so many good points, and at the same time, if people don't appreciate the looks of the car, it doesn't make any sense, right? But this car is going to get you a lot of attention, and when you're going around in the city, or especially in the night with the top spec variant with those DRLs lit up and those HID headlights on, this car looks like it's at least 1 or 2 segments above the current offering. So it does give you a very nice premium feel. It makes you feel rich, it makes you feel good about the car that you're driving, and it adds an enhanced sense of confidence to your entire personality. So yes, styling, full marks to it. And again, I know styling is a very subjective issue, so some of them would regret the sort of styling that the Baleno was given. Some of them would really appreciate it, but it's up to you guys. If you are one of those guys who's looking for some nice smooth lines along the body and some good overall package, this car is good. If you're looking for some aggressive shoulder line, looking for a lot of body lines, you can have a lot of other car options as well. But for me, yes, I like it simple, at the same time very strong. The car has got a good shoulder line. It looks very masculine, and for this reason I had to go for this car. The car looks good, so full marks according to me on the styling front by Suzuki. Coming to the last and one of the most important things, number 10, it's your Maruti Suzuki brand assurance. Well, we all know that owning a car is easy, or buying a car is easy. Maintaining the car is really tough. Well, with the sort of service network that Maruti is currently providing across India, even the smallest towns are covered and all the major cities are covered. So even though you have to keep driving around from city to city, you don't have to worry about your maintenance. You don't have to worry about the spares. There is always some or the other Maruti Suzuki outlet close by, which is going to make sure that the car is up and running at all times. So this is a very important thing in today's time, that if you get good serviceability, you also get good after sales value. Apart from this, one more nice personal thing that I feel that Suzuki has always had over the years is the resale. And let's say you get bored after a while, that okay, I'm done with this car, 3 years and 3.5 years, I just want to move on from this car to the other. You're not going to lose out on a lot of money. You're still going to get a very good value when you're going to sell this car in the second-hand sales market. So this gives you one more good point to invest in this particular product and think of going for this product. So thank you guys for staying in touch and watching this video. Please like, comment, as well as share, and also don't forget to subscribe to our new channel MotoRevvs. It's going to give us a lot of confidence and a lot of happiness to come forward with new videos every now and then, to try and explain to you the things that go around in cars and what car you need to buy, or what are the things that you might miss out on when you're going to buy a particular car. We will be coming out with a lot more videos in future, so please do support us, show your love. So this is Jeet signing off. Take care, have a good day. Bye bye.